I am Mark Greenstein, Director of Ivy Bound, answering what does an Ivy Bound college admissions counselor do? And primarily it's 5 things, but it is tailorable so that families can direct us on what they want done. Note that earlier, meaning families who want some help in 8th or 9th grade, not a lot, but a little, probably can direct more productively. So, whether it's starting early or starting late, by the end of 11th grade, we would like to be doing brainstorming. That's number 1, and it's the one thing that involves parents and student and counselor simultaneously. That could be on Zoom, but we try to do this face-to-face for this one session. Brainstorming is potentially 2 hours long. It's with the counselor, it's with the student, and at least one parent, preferably both. And it is to let the counselor know about the student and to some extent let the student know about him or herself as it pertains to what admissions officers seek. The result is to typically, after these 2 hours, yield 2, maybe 3, but at least 2 essay topics and to align recommenders. All right, second thing, resume crafting. Our counselors help students craft a college-oriented resume. Now, if they have a resume for work already, then there's not too much extra that we have to do. But it is different because it's a flesh out that colleges want to see more, whereas usually employers, often using a Resumix, want to see less, and they have certain keywords that trigger them. Straightforward, what are you about, is what college admissions officers want to see on a resume. So a student who's starting from scratch, it's not that much extra work, and it's very valuable. Number 3, essay writing. This is for both the Common App essay and at least one alternate essay. Ivy Bound's counselors know themes that work. Maybe more importantly, they know phrases that don't work, that might set a reader onto a bad tangent. Oh, outthinking and in a negative way, hurting the applicant. We can steer students away from bad expressions. Now, how much do we steer? We will not compose full paragraphs for a student, but we will offer phrases, whole sentences, that if a student feels comfortable adopting as her own, his own, this is my voice, take it. It's a learning experience, and it is part of the new student thanks to, some consulting along the way. The process of resume writing and essay crafting is a back and forth, and it may take 15 iterations back and forth. The big stuff starts early, and then there's just, hey, I revised 2 sections. Can you look them over? Boom. It gets sent to the counselor, and the student can be working on something else in the meantime. So while a counselor may be evaluating one piece for a student, the student is working on another piece, and there's an exchange. Over the course of, maybe 15 exchanges, it might take a month, you're done. This does not need to be a 6-month process. We're 6 weeks at most, maybe 3 or 4. 2 other things that you can expect. Number 4 is college research, at least steering. Now, college research has become more important because colleges like to see that applicants really want them. They are impressed, or they want their matriculation rate to be high. That means of the offers they give out, colleges get ranked highly if a high percentage of students say yes back to them. It's why a lot of colleges have moved towards early decision. Our goal is to have students do this research independently. We'll steer towards what we think is the right way to learn about a college and the right way to express what about the college fits with you and makes you therefore a good fit for them. But to some extent, we may be called on extensively if a student doesn't have a lot of independence and wants us to do some research for them. That's up to the family. Finally, recommendation help. While we can't write recommendations for the student, we can steer the student to good recommenders and give those recommenders appealing phrases to include in their recommendations to the college. All right, there are a few things that parents enlist us for beyond this. These are the core. I'll do a separate video for the other 4. Thanks for listening.